Hello, this is Jesse Pisors. The questions posed in this discussion are twofold. How can we as educators help address marginalization in order to create a more equitable environment in higher education? And number two, how can our own oppressions or privileges impact, benefit, or harm the way in which we address marginalized student populations? Educators, whether we are administrators, faculty members, or other staff members, can certainly help address marginalization and help create a more equitable environment in higher education. Dr. Daria Bird, Assistant Professor of Educational Policy and Leadership at Marquette University, pointed out in 2019 that race neutral rhetoric in conversations around higher education diversity, quote, prevents a serious investigation of race, racism, and racial inequities in minoritized students' college experiences and outcomes. To Dr. Bird's point, the first thing we can do is replace race neutral rhetoric with candid, direct discussion about race and racial inequities in higher education. Dr. Milagros Castillo Montoyo, Assistant Professor of Higher Education and Student Affairs at the University of Connecticut, emphasizes the roles of pedagogy on increasing and supporting diversity. Dr. Castillo Montoya advocates teaching through diversity as a means of more effectively teaching diverse students. Diverse students will learn better when a connection is made between academic content and the students' lives, Castillo Montoya points out. Now let me address the second point of the discussion topic, the potential impact for good or bad of our own oppressions and privileges on the way in which we address marginalized student populations. Certainly, staff or faculty members' personal oppressions and experiences can help their ability to address marginalized student populations. A 2005 study by Bettinger and Long involving 54,000 students found that female instructors positively influence female students' choice of major. In fact, students look to those around them in higher education for someone who looks like them or shares some attributes with them as a role model. We should use any oppressions that we have had to encourage and help marginalized student populations with whom we share an oppression. Similarly, as we become aware of our own privileges, we can use our understanding of them to help similarly privileged students around us understand their own privileges and how to act in a way that is just and equity seeking. In closing, I will offer this pertinent question that was not addressed in the readings provided. How can privileged faculty, staff, and administrators understand and manage their own privilege in a way that demarginalizes oppressed groups of students? As a privileged administrator myself, I am keenly aware of my own privilege and sincerely desire to support marginalized student groups, and I would like to grow in my conceptual understanding of how I can do that more effectively.